The boy who dreamed big but acted small. In the dusty little village of Remper lived a boy named Arjun, a boy with dreams taller than the mountains, but habits slower than a buffalo on a hot summer afternoon. Every morning his mother would shout, "Arjun, get up! The sun is burning the earth already." But Arjun, he'd roll over, whisper, "Bass 5 minutes, Ma," only to sleep another hour. He wanted success, admired shopkeepers, teachers, and even the constable who walked proudly in his uniform. But Arjun had one big enemy: inconsistency. One day he'd decide to exercise, the next he'd quit. One day he'd plan to study, the next he'd be flying kites on the rooftop. Arjun had dreams, but no discipline. Meeting the wise, retired army man. One evening, Arjun crossed paths with Shivram Chacha, a retired army officer living at the edge of the village. Every single day, and without fail, Shivram Chacha woke up at 4 a.m. He swept his courtyard, did push-ups, read books, and worked in his small garden. Arjun couldn't understand. "Chacha, you have no job, no boss, no school. Why do you follow this strict routine every day? Don't you get bored?" Shivram Chacha smiled and said, "Beta, habits are like farmers. Whatever you plant today grows in your future. One day your habits will either feed you or starve you." Those words dug deep into Arjun's heart. That night he couldn't sleep. He thought of every time he quit halfway, every unfinished attempt, every wasted plan. What if success wasn't luck? What if success was simply habits? The next morning, before sunrise, Arjun forced himself out of bed. His body begged him to sleep. But he remembered Shivram Chacha's words. He washed his face, tied his shoes, and started running. Just 200 meters, and he was gasping like he crossed a desert, but he didn't stop. Day 2, he ran again. Day 3, again. Day 7, his legs still ached, but something changed. He felt stronger. Slowly, he added another habit. 1 hour of studying every day. No excuses, no announcements. He just showed up, daily. Months passed. One evening, resting under the banyan tree, he smiled. His mind was sharper, his energy higher, his steps lighter. Discipline was no longer difficult. It was natural. One day, his friend Rohan asked, "Arjun, how did you change? You were the king of laziness." Arjun laughed. "I didn't change overnight. I just repeated small actions until they became part of me." And then came the moment that would test everything he built. A government job was announced, both physical fitness and a written exam. Arjun applied. On test day, the field was full of boys from the village. Some overconfident, some scared. When the whistle blew, many ran fast, but burned out quickly. Arjun kept a steady pace. No panic, no rush. His habits carried him. He cleared the fitness test. The written exam arrived. Others tried cramming at the last minute. But Arjun? He had been preparing for months, 1 hour at a time. He cleared that too. Weeks later, a letter arrived at his house. "Congratulations. You have been selected." Arjun stood frozen. His hands trembled. His mother stared in disbelief. He looked at her and whispered, "Ma, your son did it." She hugged him tightly, tears rolling down her cheeks. The whole village celebrated. But the happiest man was Shivram Chacha. "See, Beta," he said proudly. "Motivation starts you, but habits keep you going when strength fades. We think big changes require big efforts, but real transformation comes from small habits, repeated daily, not for a week, not for a month, but until they become a part of who you are. You don't need to change your entire life today. Just start with one small habit. Walk 10 minutes. Read 5 pages. Do 10 push-ups. Wake up 15 minutes earlier. Your habits write your future. Choose them wisely." If this story inspired you, don't let it stop here. Start your first small habit today. Small steps become big change. If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe and tap the bell icon for more life-changing stories.